Okay, so we're going to continue where we were, and we're going to do all the sine, cos, tan for 60. And I've just rubbed out the work we did, so we're going to continue because we're using the same triangle. The beauty of this triangle is that you can do the 30s and the 60s. So let's just crack on and do sine 60. So let's just remind ourselves. Whoops. Okay, so we want the opposite of the angle. Opposite of 60 is square root of 3, and we want the hypotenuse. Now it's quite interesting because this is a point of confusion for some people, including myself, and it goes back to what I was saying about, what is the adjacent, what is the hypotenuse, because those are the two that can get confusing. So, in this case, what is it? Going by the previous sort of explanation, they'll tell you, the adjacent is adjacent to the angle, and that's clearly not enough information in this for this triangle, because adjacent the angle would still be, therefore, that's adjacent the angle, and so is that. So the hypotenuse is the longest length. That's what defines the hypotenuse. Forget about the fact that it's adjacent. The hypotenuse will be, by definition, it'll be adjacent. Okay, so it's the longest length. Okay, because when you turn your head and look at the triangle, it's sort of slightly unnatural to see that the hypotenuse is kind of at the base of the angle if you're going to flip it over. Flip it over sort of that way. You can't really see that because I'm using a thing. Anyway, so it's 2, right? Not 1. So sine 60 is square root of 3 over 2. Let's find a nice colour. This is quite a horrible colour, actually. Very horrible colour. And what do we say? 3 over 2. And let's just go down. I mean, look, let's put it this way. If you've got other things to do, I'm going to carry on filling these in. Alright, so, oops. Talking and walking at the same time, eh? Can it be done? I obviously cannot do it. Right, so cos 60. I'm just going to be filling these in. So, maybe you want to pause the tape and give it a go yourself, and then check your answers with me. But just to make it interesting for yourself. So we had cos, so that's cas. Let's go for the hypotenuse first, which was 2, and the adjacent is 1. So cos 60 equals 2, which is, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Cos 60. Why is that wrong? Cos 60. So adjacent. So adjacent is. Oh, that's why. Because I've done the same thing. So the hypotenuse is, yeah. Let's just get that. Edit this. So we're gonna do cos 60, and that's that. Right. So let's find the. I think it's easiest to find the hypotenuse. Well, an easy mistake to make is if you're going to find the hypotenuse first, you've got to remember that we are dealing with a denominator. Okay, because it's quite tempting to sort of say, right, because I'm dealing with first. Usually, if you're going to deal with adjacent first, you know that you're going to stick that on top automatically. You're on autopilot. So you need to remember that if you're going to take the hypotenuse first, to stuff it where it's supposed to be stuffed. So let's find the hypotenuse, and the hypotenuse is 2, as we discussed for sine, and the adjacent is 1. So cos 60 equals a half. Let's go and fill that in. We had that horrible colour, but we've done it now, so we must continue. Whoopsie daisy, what doing square root 4. See, you can find yourself in autopilot, and that's where these sort of schoolboy errors occur. Always been my downfall, So let's go for tan now. Oops. Let's go for tan 60. equals see, I can never remember it myself, so capital R. Right, so O, opposite. Opposite of thingy, and adjacent is 1, so you don't need to, that's irrelevant, becomes irrelevant. So tan 60 is the square root of 3. Let's go and fill that in. And I think that could be our work done. Tan 60 equals the square root of 3. So, I think we can be quite proud of ourselves. We've got the 30s, we've got the 45s, we've got the 60s, and we will soon be trying to fill in the zeros and the 90s. Now, the reason why I've left these two till last because they take a little bit more abstract thought, maybe, but it's not difficult, but it's just I don't know. It didn't. It was less kind of once you sort of know what you're dealing with over here, and you've been pointed in the right direction to use one and different right figures. We'll discuss it in this video. It's very exciting stuff though, so you must be there. See you in the video.